Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Nathan.
Welcome to episode 172 of Adventures and Mousecapades.
This week, we are talking about how we just made some plans. Some very, not necessarily specific plans, but long-range plans. We have mapped out all of our vacations for the next 5 years.
As you do.
Well, right.
We do.
we like to have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll change because I'm just realizing right now that there's no trip to Paris over there.
What?
You, not me. You wanted to go to Paris.
I do want to go to Paris.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be in the next 5 years.
Oh, okay. I
But,
thought it did, but
At
no,
some point
I don't know
between
where
the heat death of the universe and I am like rendered immobile because I just up and fall apart, I'd like to get to Paris.
Got it. Okay.
I'd also like to get to Singapore, and that's not on the list either.
No.
Anywho. This week, we're going to continue our DVC Resort Review series. This time, we are looking at one of our favorite places on the whole planet, Disney's Aulani Resort in Hawaii.
Yes. Now, as a reminder, Disney Vacation Club is Disney's timeshare product that grants you accommodations at deluxe class hotels in Walt Disney World, Florida, in Disneyland in California, and offsite resorts in Hawaii, Vero Beach, Florida, and Hilton Head, North Carolina.
If you want to know about how DVC works, check out our episodes numbers 98 and 14 of this here podcast. We are DVC owners at Aulani. Interesting. And at the Villas at Disneyland Hotel and at the Polynesian Villas and Bungalows and Tower in Orlando. So there are a bunch of other episodes as well and trip reports in our back catalog where we talk about staying in Disney Vacation Club accommodations at these and other DVC locations too.
And an important disclaimer, this is not a sponsored ad for timeshare purchases. We are not affiliated with Disney. We are just big fans of DVC and know lots of folks have questions about how it all works. If you want to talk specifics about ownership, we highly recommend checking out DisneyVacationClub.com or reaching out to DVC directly. And if you are in a Disney park, resort, or a cruise ship, there is bound to be a DVC information desk close by to help you out. You can, of course, always ping us with questions that you might have about our experiences.
Absolutely. But legal disclaimers are here. Mm-hmm. We're not trying to sell you a real estate interest in a timeshare product. That is not us. Do not come after us. Thank you very much. All right, so we'll go over some facts about the Aulani Resort. As I mentioned at the top, the official name is Disney's Aulani Resort and Spa. It's located on the island of Oahu on the leeward coast, there on the west side, in Ko'olina, which means place of joy.
Aulani opened on August 29th, 2011, and Aulani means messenger of a chief.
The design of Aulani Resort is inspired by the culture, traditions, and natural beauty of Hawaii. Walt Disney Imagineering collaborated with cultural experts and local artisans to ensure authenticity and respect for Hawaiian heritage. The resort's architecture and decor celebrate Hawaiian customs and history.
There's three parts to that. There's traditional Hawaiian art. The resort features numerous pieces of traditional Hawaiian art and crafts. There are natural elements. The design integrates natural materials and motifs that are inspired by the island's landscapes. And there's cultural storytelling. The result includes storytelling elements that highlight Hawaiian legends and folklore.
Disney also put together an advisory council. This was a group of Hawaiian elders and other folks to guide the design process and ensure cultural accuracy. And that really, really does come through in everything that you see when you're at Aulani. The overall theme at Aulani is described as Big H little d, emphasizing Hawaiian traditions with subtle Disney touches.
For accommodations, there are 2 main towers at Aulani with the main lobby kind of in between all of that. There's the Ewa Tower. It is located on the east side of the resort, and that has a very feminine motif to it. And there's the Waiane Tower. I don't know if that's how you say it. Located on the west side of the resort, and that has a masculine theme to it.
There is a mix of hotel and vacation villas at the resort. There are 359 hotel rooms and suites and 481 DVC villas. So this is a big, big place to go.
Yes. And there are different view options when you are at Aulani. There is the standard view, which is basically convention center and parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
There is the island garden view. There is the pool garden view, and there is ocean view.
They're all pretty excellent. I mean,
they are. Yes.
Come on, you're in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Even if you have a standard view, it's not that bad.
Mm-mm.
There are 359, as I mentioned, standard hotel rooms. These are 382 square feet and sleep 4 in 2 queen beds. There is no kitchenette, just like a standard hotel room that we see across Disney properties.
There are 246 deluxe studios. This is the DVC portion of the resort. They are 356 square feet. They sleep 4 in 1 queen bed and 1 queen sleeper sofa. They have 1 bathroom and a kitchenette.
There are 246 one-bedroom villas. These are 756 square feet and sleep 5. There is 1 king bed in the main bedroom. Then you again have that queen sleeper sofa and a single pull-down under the TV. There's 1 big bathroom, and there's a full kitchen and a dining banquette available.
And if you combine the studio and the 1-bedroom villa together, you get the 2-bedroom lock-off. And there are, funnily enough, 246 of those.
Huh.
And if you put 2 of those together, you sleep 9 people.
And it's 1,125 square feet.
Yes.
Everything from these 1 bedrooms and on up do also have a washer and dryer in the suite. So worth noting that as well. There are 193 2-bedroom dedicated villas. So these are effectively kind of the same thing, except that second bedroom has 2 queen full beds in it. So you have 1 bedroom with a king, the second bedroom with 2 queens, plus the queen sleeper sofa, plus a sleep chair. There are 2 full baths in this 2-bedroom dedicated suite, plus a half bath. And again, you have the full kitchen and dining banquette.
Then you have 21 3-bedroom grand villas. These are 2,174 square feet. They sleep 12 people. In bedroom 1, there is a king bed. In bedrooms 2 and 3, there are 2 queens in both. And there is the queen sleeper sofa and the sleeper chair in the living room. This villa has 3 full baths and a full kitchen, dining room for 12, full living room, balconies. It's on 1 single floor. It's about 5 rooms wide. I don't know. And it is on the end caps of both towers facing the ocean.
These are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
We almost stayed in one.
We almost stayed in one. And then the panini hit.
Yes. Stupid viruses.
The plague.
Yes. Bring out. Never mind. Nope. I'm not going to put that in there. Let's move on to the resort essentials. For any Disney Vacation Club resort, we are talking points. Points are how you pay for a DVC room. You can go cash if you don't like having cash, or you can use points.
Or rent points.
Or rent points, exactly.
Yes.
Well, that's using points. It's just a
that's
different
true.
way.
Yep.
Yes. So the rooms at the Aulani Resort start from just 16 points per night for a hotel room in the low season and range all the way up to 184 points per night for that 3-bedroom grand villa. These are broken into 4 different travel periods throughout the year with a variety of weeks and months in each. And you can find points charts for Aulani and every single other DVC resort at DisneyVacationClub.com.
The DVC contract points expire in January of 2062. Contracts are for 50 years from the resort opening.
As with all DVC resorts, check-in for villas is at 4, although hotel rooms are available at 3. Checkout is at 11 a.m. Services include a check-in desk, a concierge, bell services, valet. All of those are available in that main lobby, which is gorgeous.
It is.
Laundry, like we mentioned, is in room for the 1-bedroom and up villas. And there is a common laundry room available in each tower for folks who happen to be in one of the studios or hotel rooms.
Transportation. There is not really transportation. You can't go to the parks from
You can't
Aulani.
take a bus? I don't
Nope.
understand.
No bus, no Skyliner, sorry. Technically, I think you could take a cruise ship.
True. What about a monorail? Can I take a monorail? Is this a monorail resort?
Nope. Nope. There is a parking fee of $37 a night. Unless you are a DVC member, you can park for free. Or parking is included in your resort cost. Yes.
You've prepaid.
Yeah. And Hawaii does have a transient accommodation tax of 10.25%.
Right. So unlike many of your stays at a DVC resort in Florida, where you can walk out with a grand total bill that says $0, which is pretty darn cool, there is a bit of a fee per night when you're staying in Hawaii. Also, you have the same happen in California. There is a transient tax or a hotel tax that does get applied to your short-term stay when you're staying at a DVC resort in California and Hawaii.
In California, it does not count if you are staying at Grand Californian because that was already built into their dues.
Oh.
Yes.
Pro tip.
But that was not built in on Disneyland Hotel.
Wah, wah.
Yes.
Well, enough of that unfun stuff. Let's talk about resort amenities, shall we?
There's only a few.
This is a long list.
This is a long list.
The Waikolohe Valley is kind of the center of this resort. The 2 towers form the 2 sides of a U, with the lobby being in the middle or the bottom of the U. And this valley is where all of the outside fun happens. Well, most of the outside fun happens. There are 2 0-entry pools. There's a tube slide called the Tuberstone Curl. There's a body slide called the Volcanic Vertical. There is a lazy river, which is awesome.
It is amazing.
There are 4 hot tubs. 2 have infinity edges. The Kamaka Grotto is the family pool. It also features an infinity edge and beautiful views. This did used to be adult exclusive, but now it's available for all. The Wailana pool is the dedicated adult pool. The Menehune Bridge is an aquatic play area for kids under 48 inches, which features slides, a play structure, and more. Just note that does close much earlier than the other pools. The Lazy River, for example, is open pretty darn late at night, but the splash zone closes, I forget.
It is the Menehune Bridge. It's either 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's pretty early. You can actually check the app to see what the hours are for this for the Menehune Bridge, which is an interesting digression to pull up. There is an app for this resort that is very similar to what we see in Florida at Walt Disney World or California at Disneyland. You can see all of the activities that are being scheduled. You can do mobile order for some of the restaurants. You can make reservations. It is a full featured app, and it's quite handy to see what's going on and book those things. And you also get a resort map as well to help you navigate.
It's actually a great combination of like the Disney Cruise Line app and the Disney Parks app because you can do the mobile order like you can in the Parks app. You have it's called the Daily Iwa, I think, which is kind of like the Disney Cruise Navigator. It
Right.
has all your activities and everything on there. And you can also see the characters, where they are and when they are coming out.
Yes,
Which is
that's important.
Great. I love that they do
Yes.
that. Yeah.
And we will talk about the characters in a little bit, but oh boy, this is a huge feature of Aulani. But back to water.
Yes.
The KK Cove is a splash zone also for the kiddos. And there's the Rainbow Reef. This is a fish feeding experience where you can snorkel or scuba. They're in the middle of the resort, not necessarily out in the ocean. It is salt water. They have all sorts of fish and coral. It's really kind of cool. The water is cold.
It's
Just note.
Yes. And you don't have to do like scuba or snorkeling. The fish feeding experiences, you're just standing there and feeding
Right.
the fish. You're not like in the water.
Or you just get in the water and you feed the fish because they come eat you.
Yeah, there are piranha in there. You got to be careful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nom, 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 nom. Okay, that's a joke. We are legally required to say there are no piranha.
No piranha. Nope.
No. Mm-mm. At least not in that pool. Maybe the other ones. Anyway.
The community hall is called the Pauhana Room. It has arts and crafts, books, family movies, and rentals. You can also get a tablet for the Menehune adventure game there. Imagineers have hidden Menehune statues all over the resort. They're in like elevators. They're just all over. They're a lot of fun to find. I can't remember how many there are. It's a couple hundred, I think.
Wow. The Menehune, for those who don't know or haven't listened to one of our previous podcast episodes where we've talked about it, is a fictional ? Interesting discussion there. Mythical people that used to inhabit the Hawaiian Islands. They were very small and diminutive, but they built a lot of things and liked to cause mischief. So they are often at the root of folklore and stories about things getting built, massive construction projects or things like that, and also practical jokes. And you will see them all over. These are little statues of little tiki guys. And I will say, look in the corners of your elevator.
Not all of them.
Not
Some
all
of them. Yeah. Yeah. So you can get the handheld device to do the Menehune adventure game at the community hall. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt and has audio and visual clues all around the resort. You can go all over the place, and there are nice interactive aspects to it that can be really fun too. And the community hall also has free classes every once in a while as well.
The Miki Miki Fitness Center is also on site. They have fitness classes. Many of those are complimentary. And of course, there are also all sorts of gym equipment and free weights and all those fun things that everybody goes on vacation to do and use and, go to the gym and work out on vacation because that's what you do. Or not.
Or not.
Or not.
Aulani also has an amazing beach and
Yes.
a lagoon area. Very nice. Only one other resort shares the lagoon where Aulani is located. And over there is the Maikiki Joe's beach rentals. You can rent snorkels and paddle boards, umbrellas, canoe, and get different lessons there. If you are staying at the resort, you can get boogie boards, sand toys, and life jackets complimentary.
Nightly, there is the Mo'oleo Fire Pit Storytelling. This is a standard offering at many DVC resorts. Here in Hawaii, Uncle tells Hawaiian legends and folklore. There's also, again, like many DVC resorts, Disney's Ohana movie nights where they will have movies out under the stars at dark.
Aulani also has something called Makaikai, the art and culture of Aulani and the nature and wildlife of Aulani. These are just little talks that you can go on. You'll see them in the app that tell you when and where they are. It's not every day. I think it's like every other day they have a couple of these. The art and culture, it's amazing. I did this with Caitlin last time we were there. Aulani features one of the largest collections of contemporary Hawaiian art in the country. And you get to explore the art of Aulani on this walking tour. It's just so neat to see, and just hearing the stories from the guide is great. There's also the nature and wildlife of Aulani, and you'll learn about the landscaping and the nature and beauty of Aulani and see what inspired the Disney Imagineers who designed the resort.
You can hear a little bit more about the tour and some of the things that you can see and hear about in episode 161 of this here podcast, Aloha from Hawaii. And that's just from a few months ago in late January because we were there over the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the and spa part of Disney's Aulani Resort and Spa is very important. The Laniwai Spa is 23 glorious 1,000 square feet of relaxation and indulgence. There's even a kids spa for ages 3 to 12 called the Painted Sky. That offers island-inspired makeovers. It's similar to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique that you may see in the parks or on the cruise ships. There's also the Kula Wai, a 5,000 square foot outdoor hydrotherapy garden. So if you're looking for an equivalent of the rainforest room from a Disney Cruise Line ship, they have that here in Aulani, or at least parts thereof.
That is only available if you are doing a spa service, though.
No, oh, they don't have day. Do they do day passes?
Nope.
They don't do day passes. Nope. Oh, well.
Unless it's changed, but
true.
When I looked, it was you had to do a spa service. This was available for you to go to before or after.
Got it. Oh no, we'll have to get a massage. Bummer.
There's also something at Aulani that not many resorts have at Disney properties. This is Auntie's Beach House. It is a kids club. This is for ages 3 to 12, and you can literally drop your kids off there in the morning and pick them up at night. They have base activities that are covered by the resort room charge. You don't have to pay extra, which is very nice. They have all sorts of activities going on. There's also premium activities available for a fee. Let's see, we did this last time we did this when Sterling was young enough. We paid a premium fee for him to basically make an oar and meet Moana and talk with Moana about the Kakamora and all sorts of stuff and all sorts of storytelling things. Now, they do have characters come out and talk with the kids without a fee too, so don't worry about that. They do offer snacks free every 2 hours or so. If you want your kiddo to stay and have lunch or dinner there is a fee for that.
Got it. So this is very similar. Again, you're going to hear us talk about this a lot. Aulani is one of the closest things that you can get to on land to a Disney cruise. The level of service, the level of crowds and availability of things like character meet and greets and stuff like that, it's very cruise ship-like in that characters are just out and about and they're not getting completely mobbed. It's pretty amazing. Let's talk about food.
There's a lot of food at Aulani.
Indeed. And it's Hawaii. So food is expensive. There is a grocery store across the street. There are also Safeways and other insert brands here available within a short drive. And given where Aulani is, you're probably going to have a rental car, although you could Uber it if you want to. Just know that when you're budgeting for food, not just are the restaurants a little bit more expensive, although some of them aren't too bad, the groceries are definitely way more expensive than what you're used to on the mainland.
Starting off food-wise is Ama Ama, Contemporary Island Cooking. This is signature dining with an ocean view, or beach view, kind of. Depends on where you sit. Signature dining there for dinner from 5:30 to 10:30 p.m. You can also do breakfast and lunch here.
Breakfast and lunch are not signature dining, so it's not super dressed up. But again, if you're not familiar with the term with Disney, signature dining just means you need to be dressed up. We're not talking shirt and tie, although that would be great.
You do need a shirt, though.
Yeah, you do have to have a shirt. It's not swimwear. It's you need to be dressed up. Think business casual and up. Next up, we have Makahiki. This is a character breakfast location by day, at least in the morning, and it's dinner too. This used to be a buffet. It is now served family style. They have a 3-course breakfast with lots of characters that come around. Dinner is fantastic. This is a really great option, kind of more family friendly if you don't want to have the dressed up kind of experience, or you're just looking for something a little easier. It's a fantastic, fantastic location.
There's also the Kaua'a Luau. This is a buffet-style luau with live music and dance. There are activities and crafts before the luau itself, which is like lei making and taro pounding, and there's printing of some sort as well. This is really nice. We've been to it a couple of times. It is quite a cost involved, though, as with most luau's on Hawaii.
Yes. This does not run every night. It is on site. It is over to the kind of the left side of the resort, or the left outside of the U as you're looking towards the ocean. But it's absolutely fantastic. I think it runs once or twice a week. Check the website, check the app for when that is going to be scheduled. And reservations, highly, highly recommended.
Yes. Well ahead of time.
Yes. There's also the Olelo Room. This is a lounge. The Olelo Room is themed after language. Olelo is the Hawaiian word for language. It's kind of like a language lounge. I'm saying language a lot. Yep. There are sculptures and decorations labeled throughout with the word of what's being depicted in Hawaiian. It's quite beautiful and stunning. Cast members that work in the Olelo Room are fluent in the Hawaiian language and are more than happy to explain how to stumble over all of the vowels with you, or help you at least stumble over the vowels. It's just fantastic folks that they have working at this resort all up. And the Olelo Room is a favorite place of ours to hang out. You can get some light bites there. Every once in a while, they have some DVC tasting options that happen there. So some drinks and a little bit of food. Highly recommended. And this is absolutely the place at night to hear some live music, get some amazing drinks at the bar, and just relax and soak up all the vibes.
There's also the Off the Hook Sports Lounge. It is one of the poolside areas. It has mobile order for lunch and dinner, but not breakfast.
If you don't want to get so involved in food, but don't want to go off site, there are also a bunch of quick service options. The primary quick service location is the Ulu Cafe. This is poolside. It's in the building, the right side tower, though, on the ground floor. This has breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They even have Dole Whip. This is that classic on-site quick service location that you are used to having at a DVC or really any Disney resort. It's that kind of fast food, some grab-and-go items, some quick cook items that are ready to go for you as you need.
There's Little Opihi's, which is a beachside grab and go. It has like sandwiches and salads, ice creams, California rolls, and fruit.
There's also the Lava Shack. This has a lot of snacks available. It's also got pool and beach apparel, sunscreen and accessories, all the rest of that stuff that's out and available for you if you forgot something to that you need to make your pool or beach day the best it can be. And oh, by the way, there's food too.
There's Papalua's Shaved Ice. It is shaved ice.
As written.
Yeah.
This is there in that main pool area, kind of in the heart of it all, where the volcano slides and all the rest of that stuff are.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff right there. The Lava Shack's right there. The Shave Ice is there. And Mama's Snack Shop is there too, which has hot dogs, chicken tenders, fries, cupcakes, and fruit.
Are they the same chicken tenders that they have on Disney Cruise Line?
We will have to test next time we're there.
Okay. This is the kind of research that we are willing to do for y'all. Just the sacrifices we make.
It'll be a couple years, but yeah, we will check.
Well, that's kind of the overview of the resort.
Yep.
There's a lot going on there. It is probably a 45 minute, depending on traffic, ride or drive from the airport there in Honolulu. It's really not too bad to get to. There's not much there right in Ko'olina. There are a handful of restaurants. The Monkey Pod is across the street. Fantastic place to go. The resort next door is the Four Seasons. If you wanted to go there and pay even more money for a restaurant meal, I'm sure you could do that as well. probably a 5 to 10 minute drive down the road. You can get some, the grocery stores and some of the big boxy stores that you may need, or a fast food restaurant or something like that if you're looking for other options. Pearl Harbor, again, is probably a 30 to 35 minute drive. Absolute fantastic place to go. It is not in the middle of Honolulu. It is not on Waikiki Beach, which is kind of the stereotypical thing that a lot of people think of. Oh, I'm going to go to Hawaii. I'm going to go to Honolulu, stay in the heart of it all. It's not that. And honestly, we love that about Aulani.
It's a little more quiet. It's a little more laid back. We love it.
Yeah. There are a bunch of episodes where we've been to Aulani that are in our catalog. Episode 161, like I was mentioning earlier, we were just there a few months ago. That's probably our latest and greatest take on this place. We have Aulani on our plans to basically go every other year.
Yeah.
This is a place we just absolutely love. And we got away from it. We were supposed to go, like we mentioned, in June of 2020. We were going to do our 20-year anniversary vow renewal on the beach at sunset, and all sorts of fun stuff. My parents, their 50th was that year as well. We were going to do a whole joint thing. It just fell apart, and it had been several years since we had been back to Hawaii and to Aulani, and that was a mistake.
Yes.
And we got there this year. We did stay over in Kauai for a little bit before we hopped back over to Oahu and stayed at Aulani. And yeah, we're going back.
Yeah.
We're absolutely going back. And can't wait.
Yeah, there's so much to do, especially on the island, not just at Aulani. Make sure you go as long as you can.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Don't feel like you have to do.
Right.
Relax. Take your time.
Some of our favorite things are honestly to just sit out on the lanai, on the porch with your room, and just enjoy the vibes, read a book, watch the waves roll in. Watch the planes go overhead. You're kind of on the main approach angle for the main airport there in Honolulu. And you get to see some pretty cool planes coming in from across the Pacific. Anyhow, that's the aviation nerd in me coming through. But
I also like to just, sit in the lazy river for an hour or so.
Oh, 100%.
Well, not
100%.
really sit. You go. There's quite a current.
Right. It's so relaxing. It's so fun. The character interactions are second to none. I honestly think this gives Disney Cruise Line a run for its money in terms of character interactions. We had 7-8 minutes alone with Mickey Mouse because nobody else was around.
Yeah.
And we were just having a conversation. I literally was like, hold on a second, turned around and FaceTime called my mom and said, hey, you'll never know who I have with me here. Turned around and it was like, me and Mickey Mouse hanging out. Like, you don't get a chance. And there's nobody there. It was Mickey and Mickey's Minder and us. You don't get that anywhere else.
No.
Like, we've had that a few times on Disney Cruise Line, but
only if it's a 2-week-long stint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a reason over half of our DVC points are at Aulani.
Yep.
We own at 3 resorts, but the bulk of them are here, and we love it.
Suffice it to say, it is a great resort. We
Yes.
love it. We love it. We love it.
Mm-hmm. Now, with all that effusive and glowing praise coming from the two of us, please do remember, we are not affiliated with Disney or their subsidiaries. These are personal opinions and suggestions based on our experiences. We recommend working with a travel agent or contacting Disney directly to plan your perfect vacation. And do remember, this is not a sponsored ad from Disney. We are not selling you a timeshare. This is just our recommendation and helping you plan.
If you have any questions or suggestions, or would like to be interviewed on our show to share your own Disney experiences, please send an email to podcast@ourmousecapades.com.
Go ahead and follow us on social media. We're at Our Mousecapades. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and YouTube.
Please give a rating and review in your podcast app. It really helps people find us.
And of course, don't hesitate to share us with your friends and fellow Disney lovers of all ages.
Thank you for listening. We'll be in your ears next week.
Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.